to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the LSU Tigers and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, Dave Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, history is on the line here today as their wideout has an opportunity to break the conference record for receiving yards in a career. He has been one of the most steady and most productive wideouts for years, and today they want to reward him with that. He's got great chemistry with his quarterback, and I know the guys are talking about, let's get him that record, let's get him the ball. We'll see if they're able to establish that chemistry and that tone early in this first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Canes will kick off first, and here we go. Coming out with it, it's Henry. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Play action on first down. Taking a shot on the first play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
From the gun, it's Berry. Runs through a tackle.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Drops back on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, gonna throw it. Makes the grab over the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on first. They're all over him. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown.
Hits inside, it's Pringle. Not a lot of room there, give him a couple to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. To the air, it's Bailey. Out wide left, it's Cook. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on. And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And the Hurricanes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. On the move. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line.
You got to love that 3rd down, man. 3rd and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on 3rd and short, getting that next set of downs. And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a number one receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. You're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for room. It's Berry. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun. Left side, it's Rousseau. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
If you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great time. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Joyner. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Tight end now in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down, and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give, Quentin Joyner running right. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll move the tight end. Now they're going to throw it. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Second and long here. Taylor wants to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the move. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Rushes on. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback signaling to his guy. To the air, it's Bailey. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his target. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Second down coming up. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Throw to the right side, that's Wilson. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw for it. He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Pringle.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They want to run this quarterback. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. After picking up the first down, they still have to move quickly here. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident, you're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Got some room into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Good job just to get rid of that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his big tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. One more snap coming before halftime. He'll be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Not sure that's going to matter except to his statistics as we are seconds away from halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with Stanford taking on the number 14 team, the Syracuse Orange. And it's the Cardinal looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Throws for the tight end. Wilson open on the right side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Pringle. There's a crease. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Looking for running room. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Miami! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Straight ahead, it's Berry. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Set Downs going up top. Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. On the draw, it's Berry. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And when you're a quarterback, you have to sell pass. You have to get your eyes down the field, the ball in your hand like you're ready to throw the football. Now I quickly hand it to the running back. You could see it worked, and the running back did the rest. The defense was thinking pass all the way. What a nice game.
Drops back on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. The RPO got him. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. quick give. It's Berry. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. LSU quick to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Right back to it. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow right in the middle.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. Gotta make the play on 4th. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covered in downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football. And this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Sets his feet. It's Bailey. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Running inside. It's Pringle. Got the 1st down. Turning it on. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field. But you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Second and long here. He'll take it himself. He's past the marker. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Working the ground game. Powers through the defender. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's a gift to Lyle. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. LSU right back to the line.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're...
He's loose. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the number 1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. At midfield, he's got room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw one first. And as he throws, it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. There he goes. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Canes. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
From deep, it's Henry. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They picked off a turnover in their own end. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Pringle. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On third down, here's Jordan Lyle. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Here comes the heat. Got rid of it just in time.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in it.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And I know he's happy to get that one because that's the big fella's first sack. And we've heard a lot about this 5-star, this young defensive lineman who they think is going to be elite of elite. And now you get the first sack, the first of many. But nice to see this dude start to come into his own, maximize some of that ability that we've heard so much about.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Again, it's Lyle. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters, and maybe find something.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Using his feet. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. LSU quick to the line. Taylor wants to throw. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab for the 2. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Snap on first down, wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Takes it the other way. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. What an absolute battle. What a Donnybrook haymaker.